Hello everyone, my name is Kyle Bailey and this is my screencast for my final project for Geography 167. This is my webpage entitled National Parks, A Visitor's History, and this picture here is of Clouds Rest overlooking Half Dome right here and the rest of the Yosemite Valley in Yosemite National Park. First thing I did was I created a Tableau visualization looking at the visitors for the top 10 most visited national parks, and I'll open up Tableau real quick. And the way I entered the data in Excel was I added the name of the park, in this case Yosemite, the latitude, the longitude, and I used the transpose tool in Excel to put the year down like this and the visitors for all those years, and then highlighting these three and using the little plus thing that comes down to take these all the way down until 2014, and then doing that same thing for Yellowstone and then 6 other national parks. And the result is you get I got a time slider right here, so you can see the number of visitors change throughout the years. So you can see in the beginning, Yosemite and Rocky Mountain and Yellowstone National Parks have the most visitors. And as you move through time, you can see more people are now going to Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Into the 70s and 80s, you see Yellowstone, Rocky Mountain, and Yosemite are getting smaller and smaller. And ones like Olympic and Great Smoky Mountains are getting more popular. The color scheme here relates to the maximum number of visitors for 1 year in the time span. So right now, from 1960 to 1997, Great Smoky Mountains National Park, the max number of people during 1 year was 10.2 million. And that's what also is shown here in the label. And then as for the size is determined by the total number of visitors. So right here, the total number of visitors from 1960 to 1997 is 298 million. So this is a really cool tool just to look at how visitors have changed for the national parks, and you can edit the time scale to whatever you want to look at. This next part here is something I made in Arc Map, looking at the surrounding populations around national parks. So I'll open up Arc Map here to show how I did this. So first I got a layer of national parks, and first I had to filter out national monuments, national recreation areas, stuff like that, to only get the national parks. And then what I did was I made a buffer like this, 60 miles around each of the national parks, and intersected that with a county census. It looks like this, and the result is looks like this. And then what I did was I dissolved the counties by the name of the national park and added the populations, and the result of that looks like this. So as you can see, ones around Southern California, around Seattle, are going to have the most people around it, and ones in Montana, over here in Texas and Minnesota, are going to have the least people around it. And then I also created in different data frames for Alaska and Hawaii. And then real quickly, because I'm running out of time, my third map that I made was national park routes from LA. So I have a route to Joshua Tree, Kings Canyon, and Yosemite with the time it would take. And then finally, I wrote a little about the author thing, and this was me backpacking in Mammoth Lakes on June 7th, 2015. And here's where I will include my screencast. Thank you.